Hi there, guys, and welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. This is a podcast where we love to explain our love-hate relationship with video games. And I'm, of course, your host, Efocutioner, but I'm not going to go into my music today because it's such a beautiful, glorious day because I got a guest with me.
What's up?
Yo, damn, man. You didn't want me to introduce you or nothing? You just want to come in? All right, fuck it, man. We got Kaizen-Creed. Okay, he just wants to come in real quick. You know, fuck it. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I got Igodi Lenoir. Damn.
Yeah, you got it.
I know, but I still got that my pronunciation with the tongue. But yo, man, I got another Nigerian with me, man. Nigerian squad is up, bro. Hey!
You know what it is, bro. What's up?
Nothing much, man. Well, I'm glad you're on because I wanted to talk about this amazing fighting game you're working on, man. Like,
my first fight is
I'm like, and then I did a little research with you on stuff like that, but I'm gonna save the rest. For later on. But the first thing I gotta know, and I gotta ask you this: where did the name Kaizen-Creed come from, man? Because I've been trying to find that on you, and I just could not find no information on how you got this name. You're a mystery.
So how it went down is like, first off, Kaizen is like a philosophy of like a business practice of being personally more efficient in what you do. Mm-hmm. It's like a Japanese practice of like pretty much just improving yourself. And so when I was first off starting off with accounting, one of my teachers like showed me that video and I was like, dude, that's dope. Like that idea, that philosophy, I'm going to put that into how I'm going to be making this game. And that kind of just stuck. And I was like, every time we tried making more animations, every time we started coding, I was trying to think of better ways to make it quicker, make it better. Mm-hmm. Like, make it quicker without losing any of the progression of our art or, like, the fluidity of the animation. So that's where the game came from. And, Creed is, like, something you just live by. So that's added together, you get Kaizen-Creed.
Damn, I did not know that.
I know. I thought it was pretty cool.
I wanted to ask that because for the life of me, I could not find out where this name came from. That's actually better than what my idea was. I thought you was just so beast-like at fighting games. You was just like, yo, man, I dubbed myself Kaizen.
No. My little brother, the one who works on animations most of the time, he's a beast at fighting. Bro, he's a beast. He tears it up. I'm just like, dude. Like, I play against him sometimes. Like, in Smash Bros, like, we go back and forth. Like, sometimes I get the upper hand. But if it's like a traditional fighter, he just whoops. He whoops me. He's Kaizen. Let me tell you. He's Kaizen. If anybody's Kaizen, it's him. He kills it. But, I played him in Street Fighter 5 the other day. After a long ass time. I whooped him.
You whooped him?
3-0.
Alright, man. Who you play? Who you play then?
Oh, bro, ever since I put up Street Fighter Souls in Ken, I was like, this dude's tight.
Okay.
He's basic. I mean, he's kind of basic. Like, in 5, he's cooler now, but, like, he's always been my guy.
Okay, so I have Kaizen here, the creator of 5 Force Fighters. New fighting game coming up. This brother's 21 years old, brand new into the computer science field, and he just woke up one... Like, actually, I gotta ask you this question because I found out that you still in school making this thing, and you decided to make a fighting game. Like, what?
Okay, so
I gotta hear this. Let's go.
I thought, when I first started this, it's like my favorite. Like, I love fighting games, but like, it's not definitely my favorite genre. Like, RPGs are like my thing. But like, I thought fighting games would have been easy to make because it's like, it's just combat. It's hitting. And I was like, a lot of games are just about hitting. But then you get into the technicality, like you go in depth with hit stun, you go in depth with knockback, you go in depth with all this other stuff, that frame data and all this stuff that goes along with fighting games. It's like, it's way deeper than you expect it to be. And I didn't want to quit because I already got it started. And I told my little brother, like, it was just one day, like he was drawing in his notebook, like Mugen, that's one of our characters. He was just drawing him just for fun. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, we're going to make a game. And he's like, what? I was like, let's make a game. He's like, okay. And so that's how it all got started, but it was just like, it was more than we thought it would be, so we took a lot of time to actually get the process down and like figure out how to keep it going,
Mm-hmm.
keep the motion, and like keep that morale as like brothers, like to finish a project, you know?
Oh man, okay. Now, of course, I don't even have to ask. I know how the dynamic goes with like the big brother, little brother, because I know I'll be bossing my little brothers and stuff around. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised with that, but I'm really surprised at the fact of why. Okay, so I got two questions I want to ask from this fighting game.
Yeah.
The first is why 2D instead of 3D, and then from the way, like I believe this game is based off of Unity. Am I right?
It's based in Unity, yeah.
Fuck yeah, see, I knew it. Okay, so why Unity instead of Unreal? Because I know when I started off with programming, I went with Unreal, and I definitely went with messing with 3D. So it's just interesting to see you go from 2D and then mess with Unity. So I'm quite curious on that.
Okay, so for the first question about it being 2D or 3D,
so
when I was thinking about it, it's like 3D is probably the best way to go when making a fighting game, especially like right now, because you have like with animations, you can just rig them and then it'll be like they'll do the animation, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have the models, you don't have to keep on drawing every frame, keep on redrawing those clothing and all that. The reason it's simply down to the resources that we had, and at the time we just had a Surface Pro, and we still use that's all we have. It's like a Surface Pro tablet. And my brother is good at like drawing art 2D wise, and so we just stuck with that, knowing that 3D probably would have been easier, but we just didn't have like access to any of that.
Okay.
And so we learned the animation, and like for me too, like something about 2D sprites has always been like my favorite, like because I've grown up on like the Game Boy Advance, and I love those games on there, like the 2D sprites and all that, and so. When it comes to indie games, though, they're usually like pixelated, and I was like, we gotta try. We gotta go with that traditional like illustration for this one. Mix it up with a little bit of like cartoon and like anime style, so that's why it kind of has like a Dragon Ball Z.
I didn't want to say nothing, but in my mind, I was thinking like, yo, man, this is looking a little Dragon Ball Z, or at least looking a little Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger-ish. With the faces and stuff, but alright, I'll see.
It was a big inspiration because like Mugen, you know Mugen, right? One of our characters.
Mm-hmm.
He was based off of a Xenoverse customizable character. So like literally my little brother made a character one time, and I was like, bro, that's kind of cool. And he started drawing him, and I was like, oh, let's make him a character. And so we played that game, and if you probably know Hyper Dragon Ball Z is like a fan made.
Of course, who doesn't know about Hyper Dragon Ball Z? Like, in my opinion, that's the best Dragon Ball Z fighting game below Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Fighter Z.
Yeah.
So we took major, like when we first started off, we took major inspiration. Like, we would draw down like the animation frame by frame in a notebook and draw them down that way. Take pictures of them. And then put them into our drawing software and then into Unity.
Mm-hmm.
And first off, when we were doing that, like we were like we just like completely like would just look at Hyper Dragon Ball Z frames stuff like that. And so that's how we would draw them. And then after a while, we would start changing up the animations because we were like, okay, we're definitely like if we're trying to sell this, we can't use their animation. And so. When we were going through the process of like showing off our stuff, we kind of got into like we ran into the Hyper Dragon Ball Z team because they were like,
"Oh, you did?"
They hit me up. Yeah, they hit me up. They're like, "Why are you using our stuff?" So I was like, I was like, hold on, guys. I was like, I'm not. It was more of training. We've already like changed like a lot of the moves, and like we talked it out, and like they were like really supportive. They're like, yeah, it's cool that you guys are like doing this and like learning from us. Just remember that like. Integrity is key, and like being able to create your own stuff is also important. And like that was a huge lesson for me and my little bro, because I think I was like 19 at the time when that happened. And my little brother was like he's 17, he was like 15, and so like at the time we already changed up a lot of stuff, but it was still like it was still something good to hear from them, because like for sure we need to learn from that lesson and like make our stuff better, and it definitely paid off. For sure. Oh yeah, and then I got the other question to answer.
Nah, that's cool. Wow, I just can't believe you talked to like the team and everything.
Yeah, they followed me on Twitter. I was talking to one of them the other day. Yeah, because they're dope dudes. They're cool. Yeah. Well, so Unity or Unreal?
Yeah.
For the reason I chose Unity is because like Unreal just seemed really like, I don't know, it seems so.
It felt daunting, right?
Yeah, it looked daunting. Like just the interface just looks like, okay, you gotta really know your stuff. And when I was first starting off, I was like, I don't really know my stuff. And so I started learning C# and like getting into the coding process with that, watching, and there's a lot of like tutorials on YouTube for Unity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really like dived into that. And I don't know, like it just kind of stuck. And I know like GX Grayson, like that dude makes Arcus Chroma. He was like I talked to him when I was first starting out because like I remember like I was like, dang, I want to make a fighting game. And my little brother's like, have you seen this dude GX? And I was like, oh, and he showed me his game. I was like, damn, dude, this is so cool. So I went on my main Twitter account and I DM'd him. I was like, hey, I'm trying to make a fighting game. And I didn't expect it to actually reply. And then he's like, yeah, I can show you some, like, tell you some stuff that you might need to know. And then, like, he was using Unity. He told me a couple of things, and, like, that's where it went off from there. He probably doesn't know that I'm the same dude because he didn't really see the game develop. But, yeah, he's a cool dude, and I still talk to him sometimes, like, with my Kaizen-Creed account. But I'm not fanboying or anything.
I don't know, man. I mean, this game looks like it's fan made, but now it's turned into its like own thing. Like,
yeah, for sure, it's really cool.
So let me small question off that. So Mugen was inspired from Xenoverse 1, right? Like the character customization, or Xenoverse 2?
I don't remember if I think it's 2.
Okay, so. And then, did he train with Whis, or did he train with like Goku or Piccolo, or?
I think he
or Vegeta.
He was training with a bunch of characters. I don't know. He was just learning so many moves.
Yo, because like when I see him, I think like, yo, man, this might be like the first legit Black Super Saiyan, and I'm just like, oh shit, this look. But I didn't think it was a Xenoverse character. That's actually kind of nice, man.
Actually, Mugen's Filipino. Delight always says that, so. Coco's black for sure, but Mugen is Filipino.
Okay, Mugen's Filipino. Alright, see, I didn't know that. This is why I asked, because I'm still feeling Mugen, though. Don't get it twisted.
No,
but.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you know, this one's going to be a little bit more personal, but with the computer science, so I don't know about you, but I know when my dad, when I went to college, my dad was like, kind of advocated me trying to be a doctor.
Yeah.
But I ended up going the computer science route, and he was kind of confused on that. Did you have any problems or worries when you ended up doing that?
No, actually, like, my parents they're really strict on school, like, 100%. But when it comes down to it, they're actually cool with, like, us choosing whatever we want to choose. Like, I know they want us there's certain things that they want us to do. Like, I remember my dad was like, oh, you should be a lawyer. Or, like, I brought that up one time when I was younger. And then he's like, yeah, you should try to be a lawyer. And then, like, you know, stuff just changes over time. Like, I've always messed with video games. And so I was just like, okay, I want to do accounting in college because I was like, oh, that'd make a lot of money. And then I started working on the game. I was like, I should focus on something that can actually help me improve my coding, help me improve being a better, like, programmer. And so I switched over to that. And yeah, I mean, they've always been they've been supportive of, like, what choices we make for, like, college-wise. And they got careers and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool.
Okay. And then, so you mentioned like a few people have hit you up and a few people have noticed. Has anyone tried to contact you asking about like collaboration or like having you and your brother maybe work on other projects?
Not really. It's more been like maybe commissions here and there, like my brother would draw something, but there's been like one company who wanted me to make a game for them, like, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just don't have the time because I have to focus on this. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was more of like it was like an EDM hip hop group. And I was like, that's really cool that you want a game, but I can't do that for you. But yeah, I don't think I haven't had any collaborations just yet. I do want to like feature like characters from other games if I can. Like that would be really cool into our game. But as of now, nothing really.
Are you planning? Okay, so let's go into 5-Force Fighters. I know I talked a little bit about you, and that's. So let me talk a little bit about the game. So so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Do you have any plans on introducing or showcasing any future characters? And are you going to take any other inspiration from like other games or anime sources? Like, will we see a Bruce Lee type character, or will we see a Ryu type character or something like that? Hopping into King of Fighters at all?
Bruce Lee type character. I'm trying to go for more like original type characters for this game. Like the only person that is kind of like based off of anybody was Mugen, and he's like based off of like Goku, Ryu, Kuma, things like that. But yeah, everybody else is more like their own thing. Like there's this character we have called Home, and she's kind of built, she's bigger, and she's kind of like got a Broly feel to her because she is so big.
So you talking about Kefla, or not Kefla? At least like what's old girl's name? Nah. What's old girl's name that hangs around with Kale in Dragon Ball Super? The shy one until she like bulked out and went Super Saiyan and started going ham in the tournament. I forgot her name.
Kefla.
I know Kefla is the fusion, but I forgot her. Like I forgot it's like Kale and something else.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I thought it was Kefla.
Nah, that's the fusion name. That's my bad. I might have to Google that. But so you're planning on like making a character like her, or like semi-esque like her?
Yeah, it's kind of beefy. If the characters that are already planned out are kind of already shown. Like nobody really it was like when we were kind of coming up. I just want to show off the characters that we had designed. So they're actually already out there. But it's so deep in like my Twitter and my Instagram that you got to do some searching to see what characters we already have out.
I only saw the two. That's why. And then like you guys seemed like you were working on a third, but I couldn't tell. So that's why I was like, I feel like you guys are working on the third, but
okay. So I can. Right now we have like 4 characters. So there's Mugen, there's Coco, and then Strail. He's a sword dude, and then there's Mei Leon, and so she's like a gun lady, and we were just implementing her like maybe like yesterday. Oh, and she's dope. She's really cool. But yeah, we're gonna be showing off like a bit more pretty soon for character wise, because like we haven't really been doing that lately because we've just been focusing on working on the game and like trying to like clean up, make new features for the game that are that I'm trying to make more unique for like 5-Force Fighters, because I'm trying to make a fighting game that's not necessarily the same as like Street Fighter or BlazBlue, stuff like that. I'm trying to make something kind of unique for us, and I think what we got so far, mechanic wise, is starting to like bring out something that people will just be like, okay, that's 5-Force Fighters. We got something different.
Okay. I did want to ask about the mechanics of the game. So are combos going to be more chain based, or will they be like link based?
Chain based or link based? Dang, there's no difference.
No, because chain is just like ABC or like AAA or BBB. So let's think about it this way.
Okay, then I think I know.
Yeah, so like how you do in Super Smash Brothers, where you'll just do like AAA and they'll do a chain attack. But like with Street Fighter 5, you can do like stand medium with a crouch medium, or like stand medium with a like stand light.
Yeah. So there's a mixture of the two, but it's mostly I feel like it's mostly linked, like more link combos like that. And so I can go more in depth. It's like so in our game we have lights and weaks and heavies, right? And so weeks, easier to combo into, like you get that tap in, that jab, and you can combo into a heavy. And then, but with our heavies, what we decided is that we're gonna have this thing where you can charge up a heavy, and so when you charge up that heavy, there's 3 levels to it. So you have the first one, which comes, they're slow, but it comes out a bit faster. And so then you're able to do that basic heavy combo. And then the medium changes the property of that heavy move. And so say the move that once just pushed back the character a little bit, starts pushing them back further. And then that allows you to do a different type of combo that will do more damage. And then the level 3 is like, it can like add a feature where it knocks the character into the ground. And you know, it's just like different properties. It changes the properties of that move. Doing more damage, doing more stun, and then you're able to do more different types of combos. So I call what we came up with the name of our combo system is called Full Force Links, and so ain't that cool? But like, yeah, so that's what we do, and then you have force attacks, which uses special meter, and all force attacks are able to like cancel into any other move, and so that adds for like a lot of different types of combos. But like I was thinking about it, it's like you can low-key create a bunch of different combos in the game, but it's not unfair because we have systems in place to like make sure that this like certain moves can't repeat or like you're in an infinite or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, there's stuff in there, and then we have like combo breaker, like just in case like it's like a safeguard if there is a combo in our game that's like okay, like it's going on too long, and then the character can just like break out of it. Yeah. And then another feature is like, it's called critical counter. And so with that, it's like, you can only use it with heavies. And so it allows for, when you use a heavy, you can cancel into a critical counter. And if a character is attacking you, you get 1 frame of invincibility, and then you're able to counter attack. And then it's good for projectiles because, if you use critical counter and you time it perfectly, there's no chip damage, and you're able to like block that attack. And so like when it comes down to the wire and you have enough force meter and you're fighting somebody, right? You don't want to take that chip damage. And so you can use a critical counter, a dash forward, close that air, like that space in between you, and then, you know, maybe potentially I think those are some of the features.
Man, so that sounds, wow.
I know it's a mouthful. I mean, I was gonna like showcase some of this stuff.
No. This is one of the things I want to ask because you know I low key kind of play fighting games. I'm not the best at it, but you know,
yeah.
Well, like when I saw it, I was just like, oh man, I see like the potential, and I was kind of curious on like certain things. You got this like little you know GIF as on your pinned tweet, so like that was the first thing I kind of noticed, and I noticed the combos, and I clearly can see like, oh okay. And then, like, especially the air combos and everything like that. So it was just like, I was really curious behind the mechanics of everything. And then I wanted to know, like, so like, you have characters that are going to have, like, different weapons and stuff. Are the weapons going to have hitboxes, or will it be like, oh, this move won't have a hitbox, but it'll be like a high and you can just crouch under and punish it, or?
I think, weapons won't have hitboxes like that. Like, you're just gonna have to avoid weapons, cause like, I don't think it's fair if you get hit if it's like actually not attached to the character. You know? That's just me personally. I don't know how it is for everybody else. Like, I feel like if it's a weapon, it should be like, it shouldn't have like a hurt box or something like that. Yeah. So, what's your idea on that? I might as well get some feedback on the game.
Okay, so for me, cause that's like, for Mortal Kombat, I get annoyed with some characters, cause I feel like if they have that move, I have no problem with it being a high, but like Scorpion, he can like bust out his sword and it's a mid move, and it's really hard to punish it, but he's like hella negative in that whole string, so I'm like, I guess that's fine, but
yeah, like,
but I'm still curious to see how you'll do it, because, you know, like, the way it is with NRS is kind of bad with the anti-air, and then they have a block button. And do you guys have a block button, or are you guys just going to be, like, just hold back?
No, we have a block button.
See, and that's the thing, because, like, with the block button with their game, there's a little bit of a delay in order for you to get out of block and then be able to attack. So that's what I'm saying, like, I don't want to make no judgments or nothing, and I have no problem with it, but it's like, comparing Mortal Kombat, you know, like, it's hard to do that. But with Grand Blue, if you use your weapon, then that has a hitbox. And I have no problem with that. But it's really hard to be able to do anything besides just, like, poke them. And then that's pretty much it. So like I said, I have no problem with it, but like it just depends on the situation. But I won't know until like your game comes out, or at least a demo comes out.
Yeah.
And then speaking of, so since you're doing all of that, I'm actually really surprised. How have you been doing the social media on like Five Force Fighters? Because like you're actually doing a pretty good job, in my opinion. Like I noticed this thing like out the blue. Gamer Composer, or Chase Bethea, he also noticed it, and he like quickly showed me because he knew like I was interested. And I'm like, damn. I look back and I'm like, yo, this game is like how's this game not have that much attention when it's like almost on like a lot of different social media platforms? Like you get attention, but I just figured this thing would blow up a lot faster. I'm like, wow, I'm surprised you guys haven't like gotten more like notice.
I don't know. Like sometimes I think about that, but then sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm not handling stuff the best way. But there's a lot of support here and there. Maybe it's my interaction with social media, because like sometimes I just go on like a hiatus, like call me Mira with Berserk. Sometimes I just don't go on it, and I'm just focusing on making the game or focusing on school. Because like when it comes to school, it's like I have to like stop working on the game, because the game is so like so much a part of me that I just like get back into it. When I get back to it, I don't get off of it, and I just keep on working. I fall back, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just I gotta keep pushing, when it comes to social media and showing off this stuff, like in a more of a technical way. I feel like I need to be more technical about showing off what the fighting game is, like showing off mechanics, just showing people what they're gonna expect when they get their hands on the game. That's what I feel like needs to be shown off. I start marketing this a little bit more, and that's like the next step. I'm trying to be more tactical with showing off footage than I was
before, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was just throwing stuff on there. It's like I was like, oh, screenshot Saturday. Here, let me pull up a video, and then I posted it. But no, I want to really like feel more professional about what I'm doing, and like show people more of the game.
Bro, it already feels professional. That's the crazy thing about it. That's why I'm very surprised at like how you're able to balance the social media, making a game, and then your ass is going to school. Like I wasn't even thinking about making a game when I'm going to school. I was like just goofing the fuck off, maybe go to class, do my work, and trying to figure out what the F I wanted to do. And here you are, you're like juggling all these things at once. Like how are you able to like handle that time management of just doing all that?
Well, I do have my little brother. He's a beast too. I mean, he's in high school, and he's able to. And it's like, I think the reason that I'm able to like really do this is because I do have like supportive siblings. My older siblings are great, and like they really push because they're creatives too, like photography, clothing, music, and like they're just always like, yeah, you can do it. Like you guys got the talent. You guys like what you're doing is great. And it's that, and also the fact that there's people online who are just like, yeah, this is looking good. And for me, it's like I got to be able to hold up those expectations and make sure that what I'm doing is a success, because not necessarily that it has to be, but personally for myself is a success, because at the end of the day, I want to make something and just be like, yeah, I did that. I don't want to quit on it.
Okay.
And that's like my personal feeling is like, I don't want to quit. And I have to, if I quit on this, then I have to focus on something else. And so it's just like, I have to juggle it to make sure that every part of me is being as successful as I can. And sometimes there's drops, but I know there's always growth.
Agreed.
Yeah, so.
Ooh, man.
Also, hold up.
Oh.
Gamer Composer. That dude's he's cool. Like his music's good too. Chris? Oh, is Chris right?
Huh?
His name's Chris?
Gamer Composer? No, his name is Chase.
Chase? Oh, my bad. Hey,
No. Sorry. He appreciates the shout out. I'll speak on his behalf, since I know the man since we've been in diapers and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool dude. Makes great music.
He does, man. I mean, it's all good though. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. You know, it's nice to hear my boy get praised. You know, okay. I gotta ask a serious question right now because I've been kind of curious, man.
Okay.
Melee, Brawl, or Ultimate?
I don't have that much experience with Melee. I played it maybe 5 times because I didn't have a GameCube, so okay. I played it maybe in high school. So it would have to be Ultimate because I played a lot of Brawl. That game, I did not love.
That game was trash, bro. It was bust ass.
That game was trash.
But it was good. It was good for me to be Sonic until I slipped and fell, and I'm just like, bro, man, I'm playing DMX over here. Like, yo, I can't get up.
Bro, I know. I don't even understand that tripping feature. It's like you be running and then you just trip. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to beat this man up. You're ruining my combo, ruining my strides. But yeah, it definitely be awesome. It's super balanced. I like the features they added. Ness is my guy.
You playing Ness?
I'm terrible. I'm terrible with Ness, but I'll use him because I love the dude. Link has been my main for the longest, since Brawl, and he was terrible in Brawl, so I ended up using Toon Link, and I got good with him. But yeah, after that, I switched on Smash 4. I played with Link, and then Ultimate I played with Link. But you know who's actually underrated?
Who?
Lil Mac. That man's a beast.
Are you fucking kidding? Did this man just say little who? Is he in the game? Little Mac?
Yes. Lil Mac.
Yo, he's in the game still?
Yes, man.
Get out of
I play online, bro. I'm undefeated.
With Little Mac. Bro, that's because no one really plays Little Mac, bro. Little Mac is bust. He has one good feature. That's it.
And what's that?
Well, what's that, that instant knockout shit that you gotta, set up for? You gotta do, 50 different things just to get, the one-hit knockout and shit? When you could just fucking pick Cloud and just mash A and up smash and shit and or fucking pick Bayonetta, or fucking just pick Terry and take damage on purpose and then just, bust the wolf everywhere?
You're just gonna knock my guy down like that?
Bro, you literally just said you like Ken, and you could pick up Ken and just do Ken shit. Ken shit, transfers over to every...
I totally forgot. I don't even use Ken. I've never been...
This man's a Little Mac.
Damn, I'm getting trashed right now.
All the great things you doing, you paying Little Mac. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Is Five Force Fighters ever gonna get a Kickstarter, or is this gonna be
I hope so. I hope so. That's the plan. I'm more working right now on pitches to publishers, hopefully. See how that goes, but I definitely want a Kickstarter because I know with Kickstarters, what I've seen from a lot of people like Virgil Edge, I don't know, not Kickstarter, but they're cool. They're making a 2D Devil May Cry type game. Ooh. I think that's what they call it, what they were comparing it to. Mm-hmm. Cool game. But yeah, they grew from I want to do a Kickstarter more for the growth than for the money, because I want to be able to show people what I'm making, because with Kickstarters they grow, your account grows a lot and you're able to reach a lot more people. Networking is a huge thing when it comes to the game creating industries. You can meet you. I met you because of this. I've met a lot of cool people, man. It's that's my main thing is I want to do this Kickstarter more for connecting and growing with fans, and growing with also mutuals who make games, who make music, and all that. So yeah, hopefully, if I do, probably will, I'll let you know about that Kickstarter.
Okay, because I'm down. I'll throw a couple 40, maybe $50 at this project. Get it with the soundtrack. get the game.
Hey, I've been thinking about tiers too. Drop 1,000, you get your own character.
Oh, that shit! You see, I got some ideas over here. I'm gonna make myself so overpowered in this bit. Don't get me started on that.
Alright.
So since you talking about working with so many people, you trying to build an empire? You trying to be like the next Capcom, or you trying to be like the next Activision, Ubisoft? You trying to make your own studio and stuff like that?
You're talking about the dream. That's the dream right there.
That's the dream?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I necessarily, for me personally, is that I don't really like taking, I don't know, being told what to do, you know? I like working, I like making my own stuff. And so, yeah, the dream is to be like maybe next Capcom, maybe not Nintendo, you know, but like not Sony, because I don't know if that ever be a thing. But I want to make a series with cool people, like we're making cool shit, you know. We're just creating like awesome games. You know, as a developer, I always have new ideas, not just for a fighting game. It's like, you know, action RPGs or like RPGs in general, storytelling. You know, I got a lot of ideas up here that I want to make, and that, like, you can't do it all by yourself. Like, especially if it's expensive.
All right, man. Okay. Second real question, man. This one's gonna be deep, man. What's your favorite RPGs? Cause that's your third time mentioning these RPGs, man. You making this fighter, but you talking about these RPGs like they nice. I gotta know.
I mean,
what's some favorites?
So I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy fan, but like I really like their tactical RPGs a lot. Like Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics 2. But I think I like what's that called? I like it so much, and I'm forgetting the name.
What's it? Nier, Drakengard,
there's so many.
Saiga, Xenogears, Xeno.
Golden Sun's a good one. I think that one gets
yeah, that's right.
People don't put enough respect on that game.
I definitely don't.
And even Nintendo doesn't. They haven't put Isaac in Smash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, I love RPGs, but I just like it because of storytelling mostly, and then like the progression systems and stuff like that. When I was making 5 Force, I actually wanted to put like a progression type system into the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's another dude. He's making like a Demon Days dungeon. Forget, but he's an indie developer, and he's making a game, and his is like a beat 'em up with a progression system. But it's really cool.
Okay. So let me ask this question, man. Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts for sure.
Kingdom Hearts? Okay.
Kingdom Hearts. Let me think. Which one's when I played Dream Drop Distance? That's for sure. I played the one on the DS, 300 and something days / 2 days.
Okay, wait. You actually played I recently played it. You really played the DS version?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of it? What did you think of that?
Yeah.
I hated
it. I played it the whole day and I hated every single moment.
Same here, but I love the cutscene.
Yeah, me too. The story was crazy. I was like, man, my girl.
Yo, I was like, how could they do that to her? Yo, did you see the new trailer for Kingdom Hearts Melanie? And they gonna have that same scene, but now you can do like buttons and stuff, and I'm just like, bro, they just, like, you gonna turn that scene into like a joke now. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, that game, the cutscenes were great, but like the game itself, wasn't it?
Favorite Kingdom Hearts game you played?
I think Dream Drop. I haven't really played the 1, 2, and 3 because like I've never had like a Sony console really, and I just kind of I have a PS2 now. But,
you can, if you have a PS4, you can actually get the whole game now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hit up my brother.
Because you can get 1.5, 2.5. So, you know about the Final Mix games, right?
Yeah.
So, they have all of that, and it'll be like, I forgot what the final version is, but like, Square Enix just made like a whole package, so you can get Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix to Kingdom Hearts 3, and then play that. My favorite is Dream Drop Distance. Not Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep. With Ventus?
Yeah. Because that story was sad as fuck.
Dude, I didn't even play that one, but I've never played it, but it's been my favorite.
Oh, you have to play that. So, like, I like the mechanic behind it because instead of it being the action, it's more like, you're building a deck, but it's not really a deck. and you can customize and train new attacks in order to make better attacks. And you can make yourself extremely fucking powerful, super fucking early, and do like the most OP attacks in the game. Then you can like customize how you level up your character to get like final moves. And then you can give yourself like the ultimate move way before facing the final boss or anything. And then they also have like one of, I'll probably say like maybe the second toughest boss before you buy Kingdom Hearts 3. And that's not Lingering Will, it's unknown, I forgot what his name, but it's like a mysterious figure. And he's probably like the second most toughest to like ever fight in Birth by Sleep. And then of course Lingering Will, or Unknown Soldier in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. He's the toughest until you play like 3 Final Mix. Well, not the DLC, but yeah.
How'd you like Kingdom Hearts 3? Because I heard there's like mixed
man. Story, it's alright, man. Like, I had to get the DLC to understand why certain events happened the way they happened. And I guess I kind of hated that. But at the same time, I kind of understood that. Because, like, that's what the Final Mix games were. They kind of added on to the story. And people later did have to pay for it. So it's like that technicality. But it was actually pretty fine. Like, I liked it. Because I'm, like, really huge into the story. So I pretty much knew everything going in. And the only thing that got confusing is just, well, you said you haven't played 2, right?
Yeah.
You haven't played? Okay, so I don't want to spoil it, but there's like these characters that you'll eventually meet that are in 1 and 2, and they're like there again, and I was kind of wondering about their quest, but their story is from another story that's on their fucking mobile, and I'm not getting them I'm not buying any mobile games because of that shit. But honestly, like, I think the story was fine, and I think the gameplay was good. It's just there wasn't a lot to do compared to like other Kingdom Hearts until you got like Reminded DLC, and then that's when it was like, okay, now there's more things to do. But I was just like, all right, that's fine. But like, if you buy it now, you'll probably be in a better position because like things are on sale. So like that's perfect. But I like 3, but that's because I know the story, and the people that hated it barely understood the story. That's why I said
everybody always talks about how confusing it is. So.
Bro, it's like Lost. If you ain't it's like fucking Marvel movies. If you gonna come into the Marvel movie in the middle of that shit, that's like motherfuckers who went to watch Endgame and they're like, yo, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, bro.
Like, we supposed to explain that shit?
Like, Endgame sold so many tickets, like it's like one of the top grossing movies out there, and it's like there's definitely people who didn't watch a lot of the other ones. So it's like crazy. You're gonna be lost.
So that's my feeling with Kingdom Hearts, man. Anyone that talks shit about that, it's just like, bro, you gotta play the game, man. Or just watch the cutscenes on YouTube, man. It's cheaper that way.
Yeah. Always been a fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Same here. Damn, man. How we get into this discussion so fast? I didn't think we was gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts like that.
You know who's cool though?
What?
That dude Neku from The World Ends With You.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And now they're starting to. I heard they're starting to work on that. The anime, and supposedly they're supposed to be working on a remake of the game, quote unquote.
Remake? I want a new one. I want number 2.
Most people haven't played the first one though.
They're missing out, that's for sure.
It's only on Switch right now. If people really want to get it,
hey, you can play it on. Pull up the old DS, man.
You know damn well these kids ain't got no old DS. You know I do. That's why I was like, okay. But I'm curious on this. I'm curious on the anime. I'll definitely watch that. And then there's also going to be a Kingdom Hearts anime. So
yeah. I'm curious about that too.
Okay, man. Let me ask you this question because I heard this through the grapevine. I heard that if you had a second opportunity, you would have worked on another game. Is that true?
Oh, like who you hear that from?
Don't worry about it, man. I do my research. I asked people to do my research.
Okay.
That's why you surprised how I found out about your name. I'm like, man, when I find a guest that I like, I do my research. I do my due diligence.
Bro, I was trying to keep my key. But it's cool. But no, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit because like fighting games were just kind of really intense, and I love what we're making, but I really wanted to make this RPG idea I had, RPG that, but like, yeah, I had an RPG idea which I'm still working on right now, but maybe like if I was being honest, maybe start with something smaller. I know a lot of people say that like when you're making a game that do something smaller. But at the same, like, it's a conflicting feeling. Like, yeah, I love working on this. Maybe I should work on something smaller, but at the same time, I'm glad I worked on something as big as what I'm doing now, because it's like, okay, now I'm really going through the loops, really figuring stuff out, and I'm really making a legit project. Not just like maybe a game like that. You're like jumping over boxes or like moving a what do you call it, baller? It's like really glad that I'm making characters with some personality to them. So yeah, I think that's really cool.
Okay.
I'm sticking with the fighting game. I'm glad I did it.
I'm glad you're sticking with it too, because I'm quite curious. Damn, this Corey. So I got a quick question to ask for the aspiring computer science people out there, especially the brothers and the sisters that get into coding, and they're getting into the game industry, and they're like, you know what, man? I see this Kaizen guy, looks pretty cool. Kind of want to make a game like him. What advice would you give these new people, these youngins, man? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that really it comes down to who you are as yourself and like what you're capable of. Because like when you first start something, it's like you never really know how deep it's gonna be. And so if you do hit an obstacle, or if you do run into some type of issue, there's a way out. And that way out is your determination, your perseverance, and that perseverance can lead to you meeting somebody to help you out solve that problem. It can lead to you finding a solution yourself because you did the research. It's like, if you're going to computer science, it's all about that mindset of being like, you will stuff. But
oh yeah,
with every problem, with every puzzle that you face, you can find the piece that will fit perfectly to that problem that you're having. So I would say that they just gotta, all my people out there, just stick with it, because like the grind is worth it. The people you meet is worth it. Like, you're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna be way better. Sorry, that's my bro.
It's okay. You about to drop the deep knowledge, and your bro's like, "What's good? What's going on?"
He said there's sweet potatoes and claws.
Oh damn, for real?
Yeah, it's got sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato pie or just regular sweet potato?
Sweet potato fries.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get on that a little later. Sure.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up, man. If you talking about some sweet, because now I'm getting kind of hungry myself, man. So.
I haven't eaten breakfast. One second.
All right. Oh my gosh, ladies, this shit is hilarious.
Sorry about that.
No, that's what makes it fucking funny. I'll give you all of that. Oh my gosh. All right, man. I think that's pretty much one last thing. Demo. When can we expect a demo?
You guys expect a demo?
I'm expecting it. I'm expecting a demo. I want a demo. I mean, shit. What time I gotta wait for this shit? I got the calendar. Let me know when I can mark it down.
Okay, so there's 4 characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are in development. We're bringing that down to 3 for the demo. So, expect, hopefully, to have a demo next month.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Let me get the round of applause on that next month. All right.
Hopefully. I do wanna see if I can get like the Kickstarter stuff at the same time. So, because I wanna have a demo with the Kickstarter to be like, okay, push it a little bit. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't take put up a picture. I don't know the ins and outs of that, but I hope next month.
You seem to be good, man. Like I seen the hustle you putting into this. I don't even have to really worry about it. I ain't have to worry about it. If you say next month, I'll wait next month. If you can't do it next month, I'll wait till the month after. I got time.
Yeah.
I can wait. I'm in no rush.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for sure. Like, I know we're on track for sure. We're just, at this point, we're just making hit animations for the rest of the characters. And, which I think my little brother's doing right now. We woke up this morning, I was working on stuff, waiting for you to call me, and he woke up and started drawing, and I was like, yeah, we're about this. We're really about this. Damn,
you just woke up and went back to work? Oh, that's how you know you're doing something right. 'Cause that's how I be feeling.
I wake up and just work. That's what I do. Wake up, get to work.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Oh, man. Dang. And I know after this, you gotta take those little breaks. I'm definitely gonna take a little break. I gotta finish watching Attack on Titan because I know that new season's coming out, so.
Oh, you're rewatching it?
Yeah. Nah, I have to rewatch it because I feel like there's some shit I missed, and I feel like when the new seasons come, they might mention something back in like season 1, episode 4, where like you just see some like little butterfly go by. You're like, oh, you remember that weird house that just went by for like 5 seconds? Oh, that was an important plot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah.
No, that's true. If you ever want me back on here for anime talk, good at that too.
Bro, I can do anime, I can do gaming. I just don't want to hit you up too much because I know you're working on this project, and I really do want to play Fire Force Fighters. So it's just
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm free a lot of the time, ready to talk, and it was awesome being on here too.
All right, man. So we're gonna wrap things up. So it's. You know my outro speech. I'm just kind of confused right now, but it's that time of the show where we say goodbye. But before we go, you know what time it is. It's time for shameless plugins. So if you want to shamelessly plug in all of your social media and whatever stuff, this is your time. Like this is it.
All right. So you can find me on Twitter at Light and Love, all caps. At Light and Love. But if you want to find me on Instagram, I had to switch it up. It's at Kaizen-Creed, like my name. And then, do I have any other socials?
I think
I'm on Reddit. Huh?
You don't want me telling them. And yeah, you are on Reddit.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit, but I don't really. I gotta figure that out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now. Might make a YouTube. But yeah, catch my Discord too. It's Kaizen-Creed too. Or 5 Course. Yeah, it's 5 Course. So, yeah. Discord, please. I love my Discord people. They're the best. Join the community.
Nope, I might have to do that because I need to learn more.
Yeah, that's all my plugs. Oh, I didn't do a great job of it, but
now look, you want to? Okay, so here's mine, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Chronicles of Gamers. Type that shit into Google. That's literally what I tell people. You type that shit into Google, you'll find everything you need to know. You'll find the YouTube, you'll find the Stitcher, you'll find the SoundCloud. Fuck Acast because they still don't want to put me on. You'll find the iTunes, whatever you need. You need Twitch, you got me on Twitch, man. I'm just there. That's usually what I tell people. I just tell people to put me in Google.
Let me try it again. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us at Kaizen-Creed. Search it up in Google. That's easy. Kaizen-Creed, 5 Force Fighters. Search it up. Light and Love. Google's your best friend.
Or Bing, if you're trying to get them Bing points, man.
Yeah, Bing. I don't know. Yahoo. All that other stuff. Search it up. You can find us there.
All right, man. Let me try to wrap this up so you can go get them fries because I know you're probably starving like a motherfucker.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out of here. Later, y'all. Stay lit.
Peace.